No. No.
I feel the minutes count down on the clock again. Feel like I'm playing in a game that I can never win. Time is running out, I know I gotta make a choice. So many whispers in my ear that I can't hear my voice.
Wednesday morning flea market hunting.
This right here, yeah. This box here, ain't that right? We just,
Oh yeah, I said $2.
yeah, and this right here.
$2 for that. That's all. That's right. 25, you get it all. This, that, all that going on, see, I'm selling these $2. All that going in.
Double check it.
Oh, I got it. Look at.
A lot of stuff still isn't set up yet, but I was able to pick this up at a table for $30. A Nikon Coolpix S, I think 9100. So tested and worked. Comp looked pretty good.
Yeah, if you want to just hold on to it. Yeah,
All right, guys, no GoPro today, so the filming has been a little spotty. Quick little recap on some of the stuff we picked up. We've got a handful of, I think I paid $2 a piece for these. We rescued another copy of Batman vs. Superman. The reason why I bought anything was because we found this copy of 28 Days Later, so that'll pay for everything we got there. I did find a couple $1 a piece video games. I already showed the camera. I get a little better view of the camera over here. So it's a Nikon Coolpix. I think it was the S9100. There we go. I don't know what I said earlier, but it definitely works.
Wow.
Looks pretty good. So we'll clean it up. Sold comps on it were pretty solid. Some of them going for like 150 to 200 bucks. We'll see what they're going for by the time we actually edit this video. I was walking by one of the toy vendors and he had this Sega Genesis over here. No controls, no connections. He wanted, I don't know, like 20 bucks for it originally. We started talking about Batman and I was like, I'm not really looking to buy something without controllers or connections. And then he was like, I tell you what, you bought from me before. Give me 20 bucks for that and this Xbox One that I am grabbing over here. Here is the power brick. And here we are, Xbox One. He said this one was his son's. He says it works. I mean, he said it powers on. No controllers, no connections. So, you know, for $20 for the pair, you can't go wrong. We'll at least sell them for parts if they don't work. If they do work, we'll bundle them up with a game or so and put them on Marketplace. Let me rearrange this bag. All right, there we go. So we've been around the flea market a couple times this morning. So there's one row I haven't been down yet. Now that it's a little warmer, people are starting to set up. So we're gonna go down there, check it out, and see if we can find anything before we leave. We did find a seller that had a bunch of handhelds. She wasn't really wanting to budge as much on the price. Some of them had issues, so I ended up walking away from all of them. All right, guys, back in the eBay room, we had some off-camera pickups that I wanted to show off. These will be most likely going to Double Mint. Shout out to Double Mint for being freaking awesome. And check out their YouTube channel, The Pickin' Preacher, another one you should check out. Great guy. He has been editing their videos for them, and the dude has a great mind for storytelling and makes things funny. Those guys for Double Mint are really cool. So this will most likely be going over to Double Mint. This is another Double Mint hit. I went to GameStop. Right now they have their buy two, get one free for PlayStation 4 and Xbox games. So picked up these and used some points. Ended up paying $15 for these and a copy of Observer. Actually, Observer's upstairs on my desk. So these will go to the Double Mint pile, and Observer will go in the personal collection. Let's see. I picked up these. Good Lord. I don't even remember where I picked these up this week. what did I do? How did I get these? Oh, Salvation Army. Salvation Army, yes. So I went in there. As a matter of fact, that's a part of this pickup over here. There's a console floating around somewhere. I went to Salvation Army, just kind of in between the school run, and picked up Crash Nitro Kart. So that one we're going to keep. And then Guitar Hero World Tour, that is going to go in the pile. I believe I paid like $4 a piece for those. I picked up a OG Xbox system. Here it is. I got a bit of a mess over here from our last Whatnot auction. So the system itself is very clean. It looked like it was in good shape. It did not come with the power cord, but I had one for this nice stack of consoles I got over here. Plugged it up, absolutely no power, absolutely nothing. Paid $35 for this, but it did come with 3 controllers. 2 of them are OEM controllers, and one was a GameStop Fat Boy kind of Duke model. So, you know, the way they wanted $70 for this, as is, right? In this Salvation Army near me, I like going there, but their pricing is terrible on a lot of things, and consoles and video games specifically. So I told them, I was like, I can't do 70. We'll just leave it for the next guy. But because I come in there so often and I buy stuff, they're like, hey, for you, we'll knock some off. What would you pay? Because you're kind to us. This was her word. She said, you're kind to us and you don't come in here and haggle and complain. And I said, the best I could do is $35. That way, if the console doesn't work, I can keep the controllers and I'll just sell the console for parts. And they said, fine, fair enough. $35 what they gave it to me for. Absolutely no power at all. It might be something simple. I feel like this particular model has like a weird capacitor issue. That is so far out of my scope. So I don't know. Might list this one, might hang on to it, get it repaired. I'm not 100% sure. Might crack it open. We'll see. I've already got one for sale for parts right now. It does power on. It just doesn't read discs, and it's got like a weird short in the AV cable part. So we'll see if that one moves for parts, and then we'll kind of go from there. But the cool thing is, and I've got these 2 controllers. So I'll keep the controllers. Sold comps on the controllers are usually between $15 to $18 plus shipping. So at the very least, I'll square up and maybe make $1 or $2 post fees. But in that same transaction, I picked up this one for Double Mint and then this one for us. So super excited. So now the rest of this video is going to be kind of a little bit of other random pickups from the week. This week is chaos for us. We have a lot going on. So I'm going to just kind of insert in a little bit of footage of different pickups, and there's something special. Should be coming in the mail today. All right, let's see if it powers on. No. No.
Something I've been trying to do each week is hit a different pawn shop or 2 in my travels. So here we go. We're going to throw a couple pawn shops in that we hit, and we pick up a couple great deals.
All right, we got a trade deal from my boy Will over at the PlayStation Ain't Dead podcast. I sent him his favorite
Horny Boy Games with a Z.
Now let's see what he sent me. Oh, Stranglehold Collector's Edition. Let's go. And one of the Blue Label games on our hit list. What is that one? Mugen Souls. Very nice. Very nice. Thanks, Will. Appreciate you, brother. Also, fun fact, Mugen Souls is sealed. Very nice. Very nice. But these Blue Label PlayStation 3 games, that's number 4 on our list. All right, some of our previous pickups over the past few months, we've set aside a handful of games for ourselves. Now, we are going to start. I feel like I've teased this in a video before. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But either way, here's the official announcement. We are starting a subset collection here on the channel where we get all of the Blue Label PS3 games. I think there's only like 17 or so, 15 or 17. I'll have to look and maybe put something in the video. But here we go. We picked this up earlier in the year. I say year, it's only February. We picked this up earlier this year. I don't remember which video, or I would put a link in there. But this is the first of our Blue Label collection that we picked up. So we're super excited about that one. We picked up this one not too long afterwards. Again, I don't remember which video this came from, if we ever even posted the video, because sometimes we'll record something and it's just not quite enough for a whole video, or it's a whole lot of me standing here in front of all this stuff that we're selling, and it's like, oh, here's my stuff. Anyways, so this is the second pickup, and then the footage that I just showed here in the video, it's from a pawn shop we went into, and I feel like we got this for like $5, but this one is the 2-in-1. It's not super common, but the 2-in-1 MLB 14 and NBA 14 on PS3. So I love these little Blue Labels. I think it's really cool that towards the end of the PS3 generation, they came out with these. And now we're adding Mugen Souls, which I ran down here into the basement to grab these and left Mugen Souls up there. But you just saw we picked it up from our buddy Will. So thank you so much, Will, for adding number 4 to our Blue Label PS3 subset.
Stopped by a pawn shop on the way to my daughter's drama performance and found these bangers.
All right, guys, as I'm editing the video, my wife and kids picked up some birthday presents for me.
Happy birthday to the ground!
And it's a couple items that we had on our list of things for the Xbox 360 collection. So I wanted to show those off here real quick before I send this video out. The first one is a brand new copy of Ghostwire Tokyo. That's not for the collection.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
For the Xbox collection, but it's actually a really neat game. I've played a little bit of it. It was on PlayStation Plus. Really cool game. So glad to have that one for the personal collection. For the Xbox 360 collection, they picked up a copy of Vampire Reign. This one we picked up from our favorite local video game store, Overstock, which is now called Marketplace Vendor Mall. But they had this come in a big collection they bought, and I said, man, I want to get a hold of that one. They beat me to it. And then this one was actually still wrapped in the cellophane. The cellophane had been broken, so I pulled it off. But a copy of Iron Man for the Xbox 360. CIB, I mean, like, basically brand new. So very cool. Adding these two to the collection, and then I will put a updated total in the video. All right, guys, I want to end this week's video with just a question to you guys. Leave comments down below. Is it time to stop picking up consoles in the wild? I mean, 2 in 1 week, 2 Xboxes specifically, where we were told they worked and they didn't work. The OG Xbox that we got from the Salvation Army, they didn't even have the right power cord in the box. They said they plug them up, they turn them on. Definitely zero power at all. Not only did they not have the right power cords, and then they say something like that, but it's like, I mean, sure, we got a good enough deal to where we're covered anyways, but it's just like, man, time after time with Xbox specifically, these things don't work. The OG Xbox didn't work, and then the Xbox One, which we bought from a vendor that we were familiar with, that we've done work with before, and we've bought a bunch of stuff from, and it's like, they lie and tell you straight up, oh, it powers on, oh, it works, oh, all this stuff. And I think it's time, personally, to stop picking these things up. You guys tell me in the comments below, do you pick up consoles in the wild? Do you take the chance? If you do take the chance, what are your margins for that kind of stuff? Because even with the person that had all of the DSs, it's like, we look at those DSs, they want market value. They said they're all restored. But also on her little note, and I don't know if you can see it in the video all that well, because I took pictures of it rather than just filmed like a pan around of everything. But it said like, oh, I restore these consoles. By the way, the triggers don't work. I want $95 for this one. So I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Where do you stand on picking up consoles? Is it time to give it up? Is it time to just stay away from the Xbox specifically? We get a lot of broken PS2s. One thing I don't have footage for is last week we went to the flea market and I picked up 3 PS2s. 3001 model, a 3900 model, 2 3900 models. $5 a piece. I knew they weren't going to work for $5. I knew they weren't going to work. Had a couple that cleans out storage units. They picked them all up. First off, when you have 3 consoles the exact same, just odds are they're not going to work. Sure enough, plugged them all up. 1 turned on, 2 turned on. 1 didn't read discs. 1, the disk drive kind of kept going in and out, in and out, in and out. Didn't read discs either. The other one, no power at all. I was able to sell all of them on eBay for parts. PS2 does really well for that. Xbox, not so much. So let me know, guys, what do you think? Is it time to give up on the Xbox? Is it time to give up on consoles altogether? What do you guys think?